Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission held stakeholders' engagement to end exploitative pricing in markets across Nigeria. The Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission (Fccpc), Mr. Tunji Bello, declared the meeting open around 11:30 a.m. on Wednesday, September 11, 2024 at Yard 158, Kudirat Abiola Way, Oregun, Lagos. The meeting, which hosted several stakeholders across the trade and commerce constituents, gave room for a robust deliberations on the needs to end exploitative pricing in our day-to-day markets across the country. In his opening remark, Mr. Tunji Bello received the stakeholders, thanked the Iyaloja General for the large turnout of traders across the 57 local government and LCDAs in Lagos State. He dispelled the rumors making round on social media that he set an ultimatum for traders to revise prices of commodity, but he reinstated his commitment to see fairness in the price of commodities from the farmers/importers to the traders and from traders to his final consumers. While rounding up his opening remark, Tunji Bello assured stakeholders that the meeting will live up to its theme and would rather be an interactive than instructive session. The Iyaloja General Chief Dr. Mojeda Folashade Tinubu, while delivering her opening remarks, thanked the management of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission (Fccpc), ably led by Mr. Tunji Bello, for putting together the stakeholders meeting at the right time. Folashade Tinubu emphasized the need to end exploitative pricing in our market, and she made known to the stakeholders how she has always advocated for fair pricing and minimal profit margin in our markets across the country. However, she was able to appeal to Fccpc and its management to look into some forces that are responsible for hiking the price of food items in Nigeria markets. The Iyaloja General cited an instance of traders transporting food items from one region to another, and in the process having to pay illegal tolls and taxes in over 100 checkpoints on our roads. The government agents like Nigeria Police Force, the Federal Road Safety Corps, Vehicle Inspection Officers, state levies collectors, local government levies collectors, thugs and touts willing the traders and slamming heavy levies on them for moving their goods from one point to the other. She suggested that a symposium be put together to widen the engagement to the aforementioned agencies and other state and local actors driving up the final price of commodities in the market. During the stakeholders' engagement, one of the stakeholders complained about hike in electricity tariff as one of the factors affecting cost of frozen items and some other items that required electricity for their preservation. One Mrs. Olauti Ishodia made an unfounded statement assuming traders have been extorted by market leaders, but immediately one of the traders and a market leader set the record straight by making clarifications about administrative levies payable in all markets, which are sanitation fees paid to Loma, security fees, and electricity fees in a situation where traders share metering units. Aside this, no trader in Lagos State pay any levy to any market leaders. The catfish grower also raised concern over high cost of feeds, which significantly impacted the cost per kilogram of every fish produced. They call on Fccpc to look into the feed producers and ensure there is no deliberate and unlawful hike in the cost of feeds for their fishes. In his closing remark, the EVC/CEO of Fccpc, Mr. Tunji Bello, thanked the Iyaloja General and all other stakeholders for mobilizing their members for the crucial meeting, and he acknowledged every concern raised, and he particularly agreed with the suggestion of Dr. Folashade Tinubu that a symposium should be organized to capture other critical stakeholders like the Nigeria Police Force, the Federal Road Safety Corps, the Vehicle Inspection Officer, the states and local government levy tax collectors. By so doing, necessary compromise will be attained and all bottlenecks shall be eliminated from the logistics.
What I quickly want to say concerning Fccpc is that you should please help us pay critical attention to the logistics of the road. I know that our Iyaloja General, our Mama, has spoken about that aspect. But we want to ask you to please look into details. We have so many roadblocks, a lot of areas where they'll be collecting tolls or whatever they call it from the marketers before the market gets to the market itself. That is a very crucial factor that is affecting price hike in the market. And then I want to please attend to the princess's allegation concerning the market. In the markets, Iya Ọjà, Baba Ọjà, or market executives, we don't extort in the market. It doesn't happen. It is false and it is just unfounded allegation. What happens in the market is, we all know the functions of the young but it is like the market administrator. And there is no administration that do not need money to run it. We pay for normal, we pay for electricity, the sanity of the market. So the little that we collect, it could be 200 or 500, depending on what you agree with your market members. That is what they collect in the market, and it is for the running of the market. We do not extort. We just need to correct that aspect of it. Thank you very much. I have anything else.
Thank you very much.
A very good morning to our home in Lagos State, Honorable Tunji Bello. I salute and appreciate you and every member of the high table here today. A very good morning to you. I am delighted to be invited to this epoch-making event, which is convened to address exploitative pricing practices in contemporary times in Nigeria. As a body that is saddled with the responsibility of safeguarding the rights and privileges of customers in Nigeria, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission is courageously focused to discharge its mandate with this engagement with stakeholders. Although the prices of commodity are primarily determined by the market forces of demand and supply, the current reality of socio-economic downturn and this world requires this intervention, particularly in Nigeria. This is because our African cultural spirit centers around empathy for the weak and providing support for the frail and the downtrodden. Let this be topmost in our priorities rather than making abnormal profits in our businesses. We need to make sure that we are brother and sisters keeper. It is a fact that transporting goods and farm produce from the point of harvest to the market attracts more cost. In terms of logistics, some markets, some traders are helpless, but we always emphasize at our meeting, Tuesday's meeting, that we need to be considerate. Not around this time, even if we have been getting 50% profit on our businesses or products in the past, this time around that the situation is tense and bad within the country, we have to ensure that we get minimum profit on our commodity. We've actually been emphasizing on that. The checkpoints, they are not helpful also. Transportation of goods is frustrated by several police checks on the road where transporters are asked to pay tolls without which they are not allowed to proceed to the markets. The recent increase in the pump price of petrol forced the market prices of products to rise to the level they were not anticipated. I want to reassure you that this challenging phase of our nation history will also be a thing of the past by the grace of God and by the help of all the traders and the agency in charge. I just want to appeal to you that you need to, I think there should be a kind of symposium that would comprise us, the traders, the market leaders, and the transporters, the police, and the road safety, all the agency that has to do with logistics across the nation. Thank you. As a critical stakeholder in this sector, I would like to remind members of my immediate constituency, I mean the market leaders, the business and the commercial class, that the economy of every nation is majorly driven by us, the traders. So I want to especially appreciate you for giving me the privilege to be part of this. Thank you so very much, and God bless our country, inshallah. Mele kọ̀yìn o, mele kọ̀yìn sọ́jà. Mele kọ̀yìn o, mele kọ̀yìn o, mele kọ̀yìn sọ́jà. Oró mi láṣọ ó dàrán bò mí. Mele kọ̀yìn sọ́jà o. Ọ̀lẹ jìyà mọ́, ọ̀lẹ jìyà mọ́ o, ọ̀lẹ jìyà mọ́ yà. Ọ̀lẹ jìyà mọ́, ọ̀lẹ jìyà mọ́ o, ọ̀lẹ jìyà mọ́ yà. Ìyá ọ̀lẹ kú, ọ̀lẹ kò ṣe é, ọ̀lẹ jìyà mọ́ yà. Ará ẹ̀gbọ́, a ò fi ṣẹ́ ọjà ṣe ń rere. Ará ẹ̀gbọ́, a ò fi ṣẹ́ ọjà ṣe ń rere. A ò fi ya, a ò fi ra, a ò fi kọ́lé alára, a ò fi rọ́mọ nílùú òyìnbó, a ò fi ṣẹ́ ọjà ṣe rere. Sólò gbogbo wa la máa fi ṣe ọjà ṣe rere. Iṣẹ́ ìṣe wa àlùbáríkà wọ̀ ọ́. Ajé afilé wa ṣe lé, afọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ wa ṣe bùgbé. A ní ajé lọ́wọ́, àní ní lọ́rùn. A máa lọ re, a máa bọ̀ re. A máa rílé wọ̀, a máa lóde já. Ọlọ́run tó fàánú ẹ̀sùn wá pọ̀ kò ní fi bínú ẹ̀ tú wa ká. Lọ́la ó láwàlá kù wájá ìlà bìlà ìlú rẹ̀ sí. Lọ́la Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa. Àmín. Ṣé eriwo? Àyàgbó, àyàgbọ́, àyàjẹ́, àyàmú, eriwo sì ń pé ẹ̀wọ̀n iṣẹ́ ṣe á gbé gbogbo wa. Lọ́la àwọn tó ṣílẹ̀kùn àná tó ṣí tèmi tó tún máa ṣí tọ̀la.